Yeah, right. I feel like a quality for me that makes a bad leader, probably one of the biggest ones, is selfishness, because that can be applied in many different different ways on the job. Like, I had a boss who was selfish in the sense that she was selfish about like her time. She was selfish in regards with keeping and respecting people's time. You know, as far as like being late to meetings, always adjusting things for her schedule, making people stay late because she wanted to take a longer lunch, like things like that. She was very selfish in the sense that she never took into consideration that people have lives and need to like leave work or eat or step away from their desk. It was selfish in the sense like she used to be my direct report. I was her assistant, and she would expect me to be at my desk all day, like not even get up to go to the restroom or drink water or anything. And if I was gone for a second, of course, that's the second she would call, and I would be gone, and she would, call the whole office asking where I was because how dare I not answer her phone. So that was a big. I think that's what I learned is like being selfish, just in regards to taking your employees into consideration, their time, their worth, and their respecting them is a huge one, and it can be shown in like all kinds of different ways. So that's a big one for me.
Yeah.
Going with that, corruption and just a leader. I had one that just kind of put her self-interest in front of our whole team. And I come from the healthcare field. So as a floor nurse, it was just like you said, not getting a break, having too many patients, which, yes, she wants a budget and she wants to see in her budget so that she gets her bonus every quarter. But for us as floor nurses, we were putting patient safety at risk, and it's not fair, but it's in her own self-interest to make it better. Which is why I went out of the healthcare field and I'm getting my bachelor's degree in organizational leadership.
I think kind of going with that is having a leader that just doesn't have any goals or not have a vision for what you guys are trying to work for, anything to go off of, and you don't have a plan how you want to do things, and you're not trying to improve on anything, then it's kind of hard to move forward and make things happen.
Yeah. Melissa, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, my last manager, I work in companies, so having been getting a lot of feedback on our drive-through times, because we've been taking too long. So they're just you have to have everybody out the window in 50 seconds or less, and it's kind of impossible those days. So my manager just kind of cusses at people and doesn't offer support where needed. And if we were busy, you just don't get a break. It doesn't matter if you work 4 hours or 8 hours, you have to be clear on the production line. I don't know what I would call that besides just downright evil and mean.
Yeah, I have not a evil boss, but I do work for a poor leader, I'd say. Just in my personal experience, not from the text or anything. It's kind of a flip of what I said earlier about good leaders. A lot of those things, like being accountable, it'd be all the flip. So they're not accountable. But my boss in particular just has poor integrity. Honestly, the main thing is they just don't have a strong vision for the future. So kind of when you work for someone that doesn't inspire people and empower people, it's difficult. So
it's definitely good to have a leader that's willing to compliment you and offer support and that you're doing things right, even if you feel like everything's going wrong. Supportive leaders good to have.
definitely.
I also think it's the kind of going in line with the text, but just personally from being in the workforce, it seems like leaders that don't have to claim their power over the team just really, really aggressive, kind of do it more leaders, people who want to be known, moving full and that can really affect everybody.
So we're at 15:50. I was just gonna add in one quick class thing, just from the text. So basically, it was in the first chapter is the question of bad leadership. It just kind of went over main things like selfishness, incompetence, all that stuff, being callous, corrupt leaders. So I just figured I'd throw that in because obviously those are qualities of a poor leader. So.
You sound like a robot.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
I was wondering, I'm like, is that just my internet?
I didn't know if it was just mine or if you guys heard that too, but anyways, the point's been said. Poor leaders, corrupt, very callous people, selfish, incompetent, all that. So.
And the biggest thing too that we didn't even discuss is just poor decision-making skills. Any leader who's got poor decision-making skills can't effectively lead. I mean, it's such an important good quality that if you don't have it, it's such poor leadership.
So does anyone have anything else to kind of add in? I don't know how strict, but I think 15 to 18 minutes is around our limit. We are at 17 minutes.
Just a question for everyone. I know we talked about qualities for good leadership, and we talked about it seemed like some people have had, excuse my phone, by the way, I'm recording, so it's weird in the street. But has anybody had like a really good leader? Not to go back, but I'm just curious. I'd like to know like what you thought me. Sounds like it's kind of rare or it's harder to find them. So when they are out there, I always like to hear stories where people work with them. Does anybody have any? No. I guess not.
Oh no, I definitely have. I don't know. It's just mine aren't as easily relatable, but there's supervisors and I've had commanders that have just been amazing that are just so involved in our lives. When our commanders, they're at our smallest level, a commander for our company, they're in charge of 120, 130 people. When they know you by name and, they actually know your own little kind of stuff going on in your life, and they're able to just chat with you randomly, just that alone was always just like a boost to our morale, kind of letting us know that people cared, and that was kind of my mindset. One of my leaders when I was very new in the Army, like only a couple years in, and the guy, when we went to Iraq, he made decisions that, I think when I look back on it, it's crazy to think that the guy was only like 23, 24 years old, and he was making these calls that were just crazy, dealing with people's lives and stuff. And he was just so smooth and made such sound calls and got us through really tough times. And throughout that, he had the integrity. He was present. He was always there. He just always set a really good example. He was always really fit. Just a great example, and didn't make our lives too miserable.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Well,
Yes.
okay. So then I guess, if you don't have any closing comments or anything, we can kind of wrap it up.